and welcome to another episode of Political Process. I am Kareem Clemens. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for following me. Today is 10/5/2020. Okay, I need a sound check. Do a sound check. Okay. All right. So I am here yet again with another episode of this new game that I started playing for you guys. Let's see. Just put that one there. All right. So there's a lot happening in this episode. Where on the last episode, I definitely left off where I was just reelected into office as mayor in City, Jersey, Hudson County. Okay, and if you guys are joining, welcome to the uh, Facebook group, which is Political Process Mayor Kareem Clemens, and also to the YouTube, which is my Kareem Clemens YouTube, and also to Periscope. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so this is season 1, episode 2, and I'm so excited to be here. It is a Monday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. All right, so if you can like the video, you can share the video, and if you are not a subscriber, thank you so much. Before I continue, I do want to say shout out to Daquan Jones. Happy 30th birthday to you, my friend, on this day. Shout out to you. And also, shout out to those who are tuned in. Shout out to Jabbar Law. Thank you so much for being here, as well as the moderator over there for the Omega Studio News and Talk Show T. Okay, shout out to Al Nicholson as well. Shout out to Princess Diamond, uh, and also to those in the Pretty Bitch Club and the group Omega Studio News Talk Show T group. What I see, you see. What's going on in America? All right. So let me just go ahead and share this. So I basically um, was going to do this ahead of time, but I'll just go ahead and do it here. All right. So boom. Here, when I last left off. Oh, my bad. When I last left off, definitely want to say yes, welcome to the live broadcast. Okay, I'll be showing you guys the political process. I was reelected as mayor of City, Jersey, and my goal is to lower the taxes and balance the budget. My general events today is to meet with my cabinet members, as you guys can see over here. And as mayor, I'm looking to create connection with the other party, which in this game, it is only two parties, which is actually three, but you only run as two: Republican, Democrats, and Independents, and to make it better for all the residents. The year 2016, the city laws taking effect from tax reforms, tobacco tax, alcohol tax, funding for vocational educational programs for jail inmates, and more. Welcome all to the political process. And I'm the mayor. Okay. I am the mayor of City, Jersey. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring this up real quick. And yeah, so boom, I just became the mayor. I was reelected. And I know I do know here is my week 1, 2016. There's a lot of things that had already happened already, right? So let's see. All right, so boom, I pretty much went over all this on the other video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dive right into it so we won't waste any time. Also, too, when I last left off, there was an election that was happening for the presidents, and I think we had already had watched their debate or whatever. But we'll keep a close eye on that as well. But on this form, I'll be looking at the messages and also meeting with my uh, fire chief, chief of police, director of transportation, director of corrections, director of building and housing, and director of park recreation. So I got a busy schedule. All right, so let's see. Let's see what I did so far. So they told me to submit a budget. I submitted a budget, and when I submitted it, definitely, they say the city laws take effect this year. I At one point there was no tax reform, like there was no tax reform. So I established and began collecting an income tax. So there's the bracket. Now, I can tell you that the second and third bracket is the same, and I think that's yes, the second and third bracket is the same. I think that's capped at 50,000. I don't know how that's possible, but and then there is gasoline tax, which uh, I imposed. I imposed a tobacco tax, school property tax, alcohol tax, and also vocational educational program for jail inmates. I've also this is the minimum wage increase went from $7 to $10 an hour, and the jail sentence length for drug criminal decreased prison sentence from 1.5 to a half a year. And also, this one here is the assault gun ban establishment. Assault weapon ban was also effective city law. So these are all the city laws, and these are all the state laws. The state laws for the government. Now, um, now see how it says increased tax rates. That's for gasoline tax, and then full day kindergarten established program, carbon emission tax, create tax carbon emission. Okay, I remember that one. Minimum wage increase 838 to 854. Now you see that? Look at this. This is the city. This is in city Jersey. This is what's in city Jersey, and then this is the state in New Jersey. The state of New Jersey. And we actually passed 725 to $10. Amazing. Uh, I don't know if that's gonna work. Maybe we have to fix that at some point. It says you have unfulfilled protege spot. To select new protege, you can go to protege tab of office minutes. City, state, federal department have updated their annual reports. You can view those reports by going to the political uh, menu and department tabs. That's somewhere up here. All right, cool. So let me just meet with my fire chief. Let's see what she has to say. She says, "Hello, Mayor. I have nothing to report. Everything is going well. I look forward to continuing support of the City Jersey Fire Department. Thank you for your report." Okay. So the chief of police. So he says, "Hi. Everything is going well at the police station. Since last year, the number of police officers have increased by 165. Since last year, crime has increased by 0.4%. Thank you for your report." Department of Transportation. She says, "Hello, Mayor. Currently, I can report approximately 68% of the roads are in good condition. Roughly 42% of the roads experience some congestion, reducing traffic flow. I will recommend increasing the road maintenance budget before road conditions get too bad. I would also recommend increasing the road construction budget, adding more roads and more lanes will help reduce congestion. If the city does not have enough funds, you could always increase the gasoline tax. So keep that in mind. So definitely, she's recommending to increase the road maintenance budget, and also she's recommending to increase the construction budget And if we can't work in common grounds with these two, then we can also increase gasoline tax, which that's something again New Jersey had just experienced not too long ago. And then here, I already did a gasoline tax at here, so maybe if we're pulling in money, I can just go ahead and add that in. But we'll see. Lately, we'll just go ahead and see what they have to say in the coming weeks. All right, the Department of Corrections. So, hello, Mayor. The city jail system currently houses 1,310 inmates at a cost at 49,980,000. We currently have three programs designed to reduce recidivism, recidivism, division rate, how likely inmates are to commit a second crime. You might consider increasing the number of rehabilitation program offered by the city prison system. So that is something that I can take into consideration because again, I just started the whole pushing for education for people who come into jail, who gets arrested to continue their GED or have some type of educational continuance in the system, right? Instead of just being there. So thank you, David, on that. All right, and I think right here, let me see. Okay, right here, grant for high school equivalent programs for state prisoners and funding for vocational education programs for jail inmates. Now, that's not something that like I want to continue to have if I'm the mayor because again I want to squeeze everything out of the fact that it, we don't want people to say okay well I can get my education in jail and still say okay I have the opportunity to still do what I have to do in crime and then they still go into jail. So I don't want that to be like a luxury for a person who is going getting locked up 24/7. You know, so that's something that definitely. And I think I made a boo boo here because if the state has gone up from 835 to 854, and we've gone up to 775 to $10. I don't know. I think I made a mistake when I submitted the budget because I was actually rushing. And I think in the last episode, I submitted the budget, and I think I did it real quick, and plus it was real late too. Like, okay, so meeting with the director of building and housing. So, hello, Mayor. I have been looking over the data, and it appears that City Jersey has approximately 1,567 homelessness individual. Of those, 100% have access to some form of shelter, homeless shelter. Since last year, homelessness have decreased by 14%. So that's good to hear a decrease. So like I said, okay, so thank you, Cassie, for that report. Like I said before, let me just go ahead and see this and I'll say this. Park, Mayor Clemens, it is a pleasure to see you. Everything is going well in my department. Thanks to the adequate funding, the parks are in good condition. Okay, that's cool. So we'll just see how much money is allocated to those. But what I want to say is it's gonna get worse before it gets better. You feel me? And I say that because a lot of people have to understand that you got to fix everything, whatever money we expedited out, whatever money we have a deficit, and we have to look at the treasury, and we also have to look at turning our deficit into a surplus. Again, that's something that I learned on Democracy 3 and also Government Simulator. And speaking of Democracy 3, Democracy 4 will be released and within the next 24 hours, which will be on sale on 10/6/2020. So I'm going to see about getting that game as well. All right. So there's nothing here. Again, I think we have a presidential debate going on. But again, we have these jobs that are available. Look at all these jobs that are available. Party chair, national campaigning. So yeah, so like I said, I wasn't going to get on all this. All right, so the legislation. So They did say that I can see something. Let me see. They said that I can see the okay, right here. You can view the reports by going to the right here and then clicking on department tabs or federal. Okay, there we go. This city right there. Okay, so these are all the people that I'm working with, right? So this is everybody that I'm working with. Wow, I wish I matter of fact I'm gonna have because there's no way for me to get a screenshot for this, but I got it. So so yeah, so this is all what we're working with. So yeah, so the okay, departments. All right, so here's all the departments that I'm working with here. The fire department, uh okay, I'm looking at the experience as well because I got a feeling that I'm going to clash with some people at some time, and I really don't want that to happen. Let me see my city planning. All right, cool. School. All right, that's all good. Let's go back here and then let's go to the next. Now, I think at some point we're going to be doing some things. All right, so boom. It's telling me that I have successfully completed the following challenges. My campaign promise was criminal justice reform. That was something that I really wanted to work hard on, which I came close to, and it happened. I got to create another city budget. Unbelievable. You have successfully completed the following challenge, and that's criminal justice and increase in minimum wage. Okay, let me look at the metrics. As far as the city, before I go ahead and do my city budget, which is there. I'm going to look at the metrics here, and I'm going to look at this here. According to this here oversee, the red is bad, which we know, and the green is good. So apparently, my government rating has gone down, um, but the economy's down. My education's up, poverty's up, taxes is down, health is up, crime is up, and infrastructure is down and department efficiency is up. So again, the red is bad, the green is good, right? And I think we already have data to show. Okay, so here we go. So here's the government rate. It went down. Cool, no problemo. The economy, and see, this is something that I would definitely try to fix when it comes to when it comes to being the okay. Is that there? Okay, being the mayor of City Jersey, right? Um, Again, that would be something that I would have to work on, which would be the economy. So, the economy here, poverty, I guess, is the rate is bad, and the per capita income is bad as well. Okay, education is in the green, almost good, bad, but is good, and we can see here the timeline. So it's like fluctuating, and then the taxes. Now, my thing is this. Like I said, it's got to get worse before it gets better. And the taxes here, which I implemented the tax bracket because I felt that the taxes would bring in money so we can increase more services, but somebody got to pay for that, the taxpayers. And I tried to, again, like I said, I kept my promise by lowering some taxes because those tax brackets that was there, it was just not really like it was like this tax bracket and this tax bracket was the same. I think it was 50. I'll show y'all that in my city budget. Okay. First time being mayor. Never been a mayor. So I guess it's a learning experience for me. All right. So the healthcare is okay. It seems like the healthcare quality coverage is okay. Retire healthcare, 100%. Private healthcare, it could be better. Medicaid and Medicare, And if you look at the timeline, it's gone up. Okay. Then we look at our crime, it's going up. I'm thinking, yep, it's fluctuating. And infrastructure. Infrastructure is always probably going to be a disaster when it comes to our roads, congestions, and also anything dealing with our infrastructure, such as our trains, buses, taxis, you name it, cars. That's because, just it stands at a state level and also a national level because, like, if you come here, this is all what the president's doing, the current president is doing. And if you come to infrastructure, that's going to definitely be in a red because if it ain't working at the state, national state, it ain't going to work at a city level. Like, we ain't going to be able to fix anything in our city if state and national is not within concurrency, is not running with us on that. You understand? So yeah, in this case we're going to look at the city because this is what city Jersey is experiencing. And if you look at the timeline, it just shows you that that number is just going to probably get worse throughout time. And then the department efficiency, okay, with the police, city administration, fire department, the city courts and judicial, and the city services. And I think that's all up because in the city budget, it shows a increase of like all those services. Like, I didn't even touch any of that, and it just showed the increase of um of those services. So and I think probably in due time they probably, I don't know if this is like technically everything that you look at when you're the mayor, and then when you're the governor, you look at that, and then the nation, you can control all this. So I guess as you move up in the game, your duties just get more and more, uh, you know, piled up on the top of each other. Like, if I wanted to run for governor, I'll be dealing with all this. And then if I wanted to run for the presidency, I'll have to deal with all this. And I guess in the stream, I guess in the series, I'll probably just, start off from, do the mayor and then work my way up. Okay, so in city Jersey, our population has gone up to about 600,000, about 700,000 reached. And it shows more Democrat than Republican, independent. 47% of the people are registered, which we need to get 100% registered, which we see right here that there is a total of, oh, because they went to they went to independents. And majority of the people are adults, um, adults, seniors, the youth, and it shows the oh so okay, so it just shows that it climbed up. That's what's up. And then we have here more Caucasians and then African. No, we have more Africans, right? We have more African. I'm thinking that's African. Yep, we have more. Oh, we have more Hispanic. No, wait. I'm thinking this is. I'm colorblind, or maybe this is what is this? Okay, Caucasian, I know that's there. What is this? Is this African and then Hispanics? I can't tell. Can anybody tell? Can anybody tell? Is this African here and then Hispanics here, or Hispanics here and African there? I don't know. I can't. I'm colorblind. I can't see that. Um. So yeah. So that just shows the population level and the demographics. And then this is the education in City Jersey. Our kids from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. Uh, And I think, oh no, 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 no! Don't get that confused, Kareem. That was actually when I was playing on a test video. I played as the president, and they had said that there was a lot of dropouts. Like, there was a lot of dropouts when it came to the education. Maybe it shows it here. Let me see the nation. Yeah, look at the students. Look at the students. Yeah, they said it was a lot of dropouts. But yeah, let's focus on the city Jersey. So Mm, wait, I gotta just put that there. Okay. All right. So kindergarten, there's about 9,000. So we have it flat out across the playing fields when it comes to the students. About 9,000 fluctuated from the kindergarten to 12. My thing is, I think the number one thing is that we need to work on academic scores. We need to bring these scores up out of the nines, out of the tens. We have to get our students smarter. Education is the key, and I think allocating money into our education was something that would be best. That's why I say pushing for some programs for our young adults. This number could go up too, because again, from about here all the way to here, if we're going to implement those services in our jail system, we could also add the GED, into this. I don't know if they give that demographics, but does that count as you know does the GED and the home training counts? People who receive a ninth education, 10th education, does that count in these numbers? You feel what I'm saying? Let me see. Poverty, wow, expungement and pregnancy total. So it seems like pregnancy. No, poverty is number one. Is stopping people from going to school because they feel that they just got to take care of their families. Um, See, look right here. This is what I'm telling you. If you come here to a nation, look how many people are dropped out. 13%, high schoolers 26%, college 28%. That's really high when it comes to the nation. But here in the city, Jersey, those percentage 14, 27 in high school, 27% high school. They want to leave because they feel that, a lot of people feel like they don't want to continue their education, or they feel that, obtaining you know, an art or artist, or should I say, rap game or industry, they feel like they can deal with some, uh, you know, that's high school. And then people feel like they feel like they're not college experience, so they don't want to go to college, the bachelors and then the graduates. So yeah, so I can understand, but hopefully my administration can work with this and fix it and make it good in education. Now poverty here in city Jersey, it is at 17.0. It's fluctuating. The unemployment rate is at 6.1%, and the underemployment. Now I don't know what that is. I know unemployment, but I don't know the under unemployment. So that's something that I gotta look up. So poverty effective here, and then the effects is here. Represent the impact of poverty has on a community, increasing welfare benefits such as food stamps will help reduce the effect of poverty. Poverty. So again, we want to try to eliminate poverty, but in the same way, we want to try to help as much as people as possible. When my staff member gave me an update, this is what she was telling me about the people who were in permanent housing. So we have permanent housing and no people in emergency shelter. So there's no need to uh, open up a shelter because there is people who are not sheltered. So we have people who are sheltered and they're in permanent house. So that's cool. Sheltered and then housing versus shelter. Okay, got you on that. The economy. All right, so per capita income value represents the strength of the economy. The higher the value, the stronger the economy. Okay, so right now we have 52,427 per capita has fluctuated. And the unemployment rate here, we definitely have to fix. Again, there's the under and unemployment, unskilled labor and skilled labor. Okay, have to fix that by implementing some services. Here is the tax revenues that I implemented. Because again, we got to get money from somewhere, start off with taxing the citizens, and then I'll lower it as time go by. Uh, So here it's generating a total tax revenues of, let's count these numbers, hundreds, thousands, million, billion. I have, and this is what I had. This is my administration. We have implemented this. Uh, Property taxes for city. This is what we're getting, about 590 million. Property tax school is 557 million. Corporate taxes, income taxes, 19. I want to be able to bring that down over time course. Gasoline, I want to be able to bring this down so I can, like she said, use that for infrastructure. And then, tobacco and alcohol taxes is going to remain. You're lucky it's not in 15 because, again, we want to basically help people to stop smoking. And if you can't help it, can't help it. Tax revenues, tax rate 1.76, school taxes. And it just gives you what the percentage is at this time. Okay, so city tax property, school property tax, income tax. And here is the tax bracket. See how those are the same? Deduction. I'll fix all that at a time. Here we go. So I'm thinking this is the low class, middle class, and upper class. And then we have corporate tax, gasoline tax, tobacco tax, alcohol tax. Here's our health care. Everybody's covered as we got into the from our Health and Human Services, and also life expectancy is 78 in City Jersey. Crime, it doesn't really show. Okay, arrest rates, violent crimes, property, drug crimes, and everything is on the low. Total crimes, crime by category, and these are violent crimes since public order crimes. Just shows you this is how much we're paying out to our jail system. It's too much, I think. I'll just see if that's really necessary. Okay, infrastructure. Remember, the infrastructure has gone bad. This is what we have as far as our electricity and power, from coal to natural gas to hydroelectric, wind, biomass, solar, geothermal, and nuclear. Road quality, road congested, numbers are really high. The budget, which I have not submitted yet so far, but I'm going to submit it eventually. Our revenues is how much we're bringing in. This is how much we're pushing out. We want to basically bring this number down. Discriminatory and mandatory is a total about $687 million. And again, this is what we're giving the most. We're giving more to our public safety than anything. They come in first. Then our corrections is second. Then third is government. Then the roads is third, and then poverty is fourth. Now, the poverty is how much we're spending on them. The treasury is at here, we're expediting, we have a surplus. That's because there was some discrepancy that had to be fixed. But the surplus of 278,808,000, and the road trust is at 38 million. So we have to get both of these in the green. These are all discriminatory as far as our public safety, police and fire. Just gives you all data. Department of Corrections. Like I tell you, all these court things, these are all up. Like when I show you, it's gonna be all up. It's all up, all up. I can't touch none of that. I can, but mayor's office, city control office, city attorney, city legislation, human rights, human resources, school, administration, teachers, preschool and kindergarten training, nutrition programs. Now, some of these are not implemented. I don't have any of these. None of this stuff is implemented. And if you implement this stuff, this is going to add money. And then the laws. These are the laws that has happened. Not all these. Not wheel tax has not been implemented. Cannabis tax is not implemented because I have not legalized marijuana. Education, some of them have happened, some of them hasn't happened. These are legislation. That's the stuff that we're paid. But the only way we can pay is if we pull out. So again, how this works. So all the taxes that we generate, like we're only generating from half of it. The money that we make for all this, if you want all this, we got to get some of this. Okay, if you want legislation for human services, we have to get a surplus so we can get money. So you guys gotta, it's gonna get better before it gets worse. So you gotta pay in to get out. So all those taxes that we received on the alcohol and tobacco taxes can make room for all this other stuff. So it's not like you're not putting your money where your mouth is at. Obviously you are, because if you wasn't, then we wouldn't be able to implement some of these other services, right? And here it is: legalize cannabis marijuana possession, legalize the sales of cannabis marijuana. This brings in mad money because, again, if we implement all this, we can get cannabis taxes, and that will definitely break the buck right down the middle if we want it. University background check, and as far as university healthcare, I think it was here, preschool. Where's that at? Drug courts, then early voting, same day registration, mail in votes. Those are just some of the things that we can implement. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to my desk and then I'm going to create a city budget. Now, here, this is where we stand at when it comes to uh, the um, the budget. And the budget on this side, I'll go over real quick. The tax revenues is what we're pulling in, and this expedited is what we're sending out. So we're pulling in about $975 million. We're generating taxes at 965 million. The city revenues and the state revenues, okay, and the total funds. And if you come down here, this is how much we're spending: 690 million in our general, which is mandated and discriminatory, which is fire police and fire EMS and stuff. That's about 38 million. And then our budget, again, we have city treasury is in the surplus, it's not in a deficit at 591,149,000. Now, what can I do? I have these options to either fix all this, change it, or leave it. Now, here, this is what I'm telling you. The tax bracket here is 50,000, and then the third tax bracket is 50,000. That was my problem. Now, I don't know if that's an error in the game, but I thought that you can go in and fix all this stuff. Uh, I guess at some point I'm going to leave it the same. I'm not going to increase taxes. I'm going to leave it the way it is. And let's see what he's saying. Let's see what he's saying. See right here, total taxes revenues $1,496,157,000. That's the total tax that we are getting in. Then the city tax is 938,883,000, and the school tax is 557,774,000. So he's not really saying anything. He's just giving us a report and overview of where we're getting money from. Which again, this will determine how much and where we can pull from. So technically, Um, I don't want to really do much here. I just want to like look over it because again, I submitted one of these, and that's what brought in those laws and brought in and opened up this income tax bracket and put our city treasury into the surplus. So what I want to do is I want to I'm not gonna touch this. I'm gonna the only way I touch this is if we can get more in our city treasury and get more out on our budget on our surplus. And also we got to build up our surplus, at least get it up to the billion, and then we can slowly but surely move down the tax bracket, move down the income taxes. And once that happens, I'm definitely not going to put no flat taxes rate because I'm just not going to go. I'm not going to do it. All right. So city property tax. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not gonna touch corporate tax. I'm not gonna touch any of that. Gasoline tax. I may come back to this and bring it down a little bit more just to see how much money, because she did say that from the when we get down near the what is it the transportation, it was saying something about that. So if that's gonna something that would be something that would be helpful, be helpful. This here, the wheel tax, I'm going to hold off on this because this here is a tax levy against the number of vehicles a taxpayer owns. And this tax is used to help build and maintain city roads. So if we can't really pull money from other sources, then we have to use some of these sources to help out because, again, it got to get better before it's going to get worse before it gets better. Okay. So let me just take this time out to before I go ahead and continue this city budget. Shout out to those on the on YouTube. Shout out to those who are on Periscope, and shout out to those who are on the the Facebook group page. Okay, and that is Political Process and the Kareem Clemens YouTube Gaming and Periscope. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is Monday, 10/5/2020, and I'm so excited to have played this game, uh, the Political Processor, which I was excited to play this game. And I know I do have some of my people over here from City Skyliner. City Skyline is City Jersey, if you guys didn't know that. And in City Jersey, there is Omega Studio Towers, which I do have a game like that. You guys can check that out on the page. But I do want to say this real quick. For all those people who joined me on my 2.5 hour uh, trip that I've done on the other day with the video for City Skyline, there is good news and there's bad news. The bad news is that that whole everything that I worked on for 2 hours did not save. So I had to actually I lost all the everything that I've done. So I had to go back in and start all over again. But then this time I had put on the save every like 10 minutes. So that's the bad part. But the good part is that everything was recorded. And if you guys want to see what I did and how I did it, that's the video that's online. But unfortunately, I tried to go back and redo it the way it was, but it just didn't feel right. I did a lot of changes in that video. So yeah, so I just wanted to say that to the people who are watching me build City Jersey, which I'm happy to be the mayor in this game. Got three games that coincide with each other. We got the political process where I'm the mayor of City Jersey, which is City Skyliners, and in City Skyliners I have Omega Studio Towers, which that is Project High Rise, the game that I play for City. So everything just, it's all YouTube game. It's all role play. You feel me? All right. So again, this is the alcohol tax. I'm not gonna mess with that. Not yet. Tobacco tax. Again, you can bring that all the way up, but I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. And then this is our discriminatorial. What we're sending out. This is for the city budget. Okay. Yep. It says balanced budget. Right. Uh, and all the false, so you guys want to know, all the false is what's not working. All the red is not working. All the blue is working. All right, so the finance is here. Okay, building and housing. That's the next part. So he says that, so Casey says that homeless population 1,567, 100% homeless individual have reported access to shelter. Homelessness has decreased 14% since 2015. So again, remember, a majority of those 1567 was not people who were unsheltered. Those were people who were sheltered in permanent housing. So that's good to know. So we don't really need to put public housing, because if we put public housing, we'll be spending money, and we don't want to do that. So far, if we had to do permanent housing program, then this would be the money that we'll be spending out. But I'm not going to implement that. We don't need emergency shelter, homeless shelter, because there's no one who's on the street. Again, all those 1537 people were in permanent housing, community plan and development. We don't really need this. To see provide funding community development program and improve the quality of life for low income communities. Now, at some point, they may come to me and want to do this, but again, right now I don't want to really mess with none of this stuff right now until Casey gives me a report or whether or not it's mandated or it can be useful at some point. We just want to hold out our options now on that. Social service. So there's no service currently, no data coming in for that, because that's because no, I'm not really. I think we just have foster care in, but we don't have discriminatory payout money and high school equivalent program for residents in permanent housing. Provide funding for high school equivalent programs that help homeless individuals get high school diplomas. Now, this will be something, but I need to get more report on implementing this, because I don't want to spend out money that could be, but maybe everybody's in school. I just need to look at the education and see. I really want to see if that does qualify these people as being like 8, 9, 10, 11, and 11. I mean 9, 10, 11 to 12th grade. So right now I'm not going to mess with none of that. Transportation. Okay, so here is what she was asking. So here it says the roads in good quality 68%, and the roads that experience congestion at 42%, and maintain roads at the current quality cost 25 million. Maintenance currently road congestion levels can cost approximately 50 million. Improving these metrics will cost more. So I think they did ask me to add more money to the budget. So let's see, just a little tiny bit. Let's see, these numbers are going to change as well. So let's see, that's at 591,149, 591. So let's see, 591. Okay, so let's go ahead and okay, let's do it like around the 51. Okay, we add another million on there. And then the road maintenance, I'm going to uh, increase it just, just a tiny bit, like so. And then the traffic operation and streetlight maintenance provide funding for traffic operation and streetlights maintenance. Well, we're gonna always need that so people can see and find their way. So let's see. Let's, okay, we round that off. Okay, so I increased that, I increased that, I increased that. Okay, cool. So let's see, the correction department, drug court. Now, again, this was something that I wanted to add in for administration, because in my administration, because I wanted to fix the criminal drug reform. So here he says, Department of Correction oversees the state prison system, includes prison rehabilitation programs. And David is saying that the prison in the city jail system is this is how many people are in our city jail. And prison in the state prison house. Okay, and this is how much we're giving out just to house all these people. 49 million. So yeah, it does pay to be in here. And I want to know where does this 49 million comes just to house nearly almost 3,000, 4,000 people together between the city and state. Well, we're only dealing with the city. But that's the total. I guess our budget runs in I think all the counties budget run with the state. I have to check on that. Um okay, so this is the three things that I've added in. So let's see how it's working. So this is the law that I added these legislations in. So one of them was the high school equivalent. And this program provides prisoners with educational training to earn a high school degree, increasing their likelihood of finding a job when they are released. And this was part of the rehabilitation. And it says there's 111 people in here out of out of 1,000. That's low. A participant are likely commit a second crime is 10. Okay. The cost of the program is 189,000 and likely save the jail 340,000. Okay. I'll still keep it. We'll just run these programs until I can see the increase. If these numbers are not changing, we're looking at these numbers now. And if it's not working by the next time I come back to this budget, I'm going to get rid of it. The vocational training, this program provides prisoners with vocational training, increasing their likelihood to find a job when they are released. We have 262 people that's in it. That's kind of good because, again, people are, they want to continue to go back and in society and get a job because, again, if they come out on probation or parole, one of the stipulations is that they find a job and that if they had the vocational training, then majority people who with the jobs that are looking for high school people with high school diplomas, then the vocational training will be something that can like come in play to help them. And here it shows that 262 participants and 34 are likely to commit a second crime. The cost of the program is 523,000, and it's likely saving the jail $1,156,131. So that's good to know. Look like my vocational training is helping out in there. The crime rehabilitation program provides drug rehabilitation to prisoners, reducing the likelihood that they will commit a second drug-related crime. And in this case, the number is 75 participants. At the course completion is 12, and cost the program 217,000, and it's saving the jail about almost $500,000. Okay, so again, some of these programs that I added in here is working. It looks like it's working, but I do want to say that if we can add in programs and it's saving money at a low price, like you see, it costs 189,000 to save us. The jail likely to pay 390. So that's more money we could take out of jail money, right? I'm just saying. So here are the here is it. So this would be from Department of Corrections, and again, these are the services that I had implemented in, right? And it seemed like it's money in there. I can't really take away from it because if see this, I could take away from this because this is the funding. Like last year, it was 49 million, and with these programs that are in place, it's saving the jail, and it's at 39 million. So right now, I'm just gonna like not mess with this right now, and then just see like what it's going to do, let these services kick in, and then if it's not working, I'll fix it. And if it's not, I would just implement legislations into play. Okay, police department. So my chief of police is saying that the force, I have 2,095 people, police officers. I have 587 support staffs. And since last year, the number of police officers have increased. I can see by 165, and since last year, the crime has increased by 0.4%. Now, a couple of things on that. Now, a couple of things on this. Now, again, like I said, across the nation, the state, the nation, if there is a defunding of the police funding at a nation standard, and then there's a reaction to the state budget, and then from the state budget is a reaction to our budget, the city budget. So with that being said, the money that we are receiving with the city here is let's see, it doesn't give you a number here, but it says here we're giving out, last year we gave out 195 million. The total request, so police budget provide funding for police officers, supplies, and administration is at 267 million. That's a request, and we gave them 195. So here is the numbers here. All right, so we see criminal investigation. We gave them 41,135,000, and their request was that way over. Well, we can actually bring this down, but they requested more because they got more people. They hired more people throughout the police department. The number went up 165. So we're giving them 41 million for that. Police legal liaison and prosecution. They request 134. We gave them 130. 132.6. Okay, we gave them a million. They requested 1,346,000. Okay, so I'll just leave that. Police special operation provide funding for administration operation and special tactical units such as SWAT team handling. They did say that the crime did go up. The crime went up. So I think let me see. I think I can add some money, but then I would just see if there is any implement services that they can add in, like in law and order. I'm sure there's legislation we can write for this. If none of this stuff that I'm doing is working, like if I'm not changing the budget or whatever. So as far as the police central dispatch, there's 21 million in there, and as far as the police intelligence, there is 4 million here. Now the police intelligence is a police intelligence unit engaged with the community to learn about the possibility of crime being committed and analyze crime data to determine where crime is most likely to occur. Using this challenge or using this intelligence information, it can more efficiently address a community policy needs. For instance, if the intelligence unit discovered that one neighborhood has the high amount of crime, more police officers can be assigned to patrol that neighborhood, thus disencouraging potentially criminals for committing another crime. That is something that is great to know. However, it's like who picks who to take who to bring in to those communities? Like, who are these people? Are these people that you're hiring from out of the community to be community liaisons and going into the community? And again, I'm not getting no data statistics on where these crimes are happening at in the city, but they did say that it's going up. So right now, I'm not going to really touch none of this. Uh, I did say I was going to give them like a little bit. Let me see. Okay, so that went from through. Okay, I gave them 1 million. So police staffing went up. Let me see. Did that? Okay, that did. All right, so I gave everybody 700 million. So I added it went up here, went up police because they did get. He did say that they were 165 more, so that means there's more salary and everything. So if they ask for more, we'll just put into order. The fire department, there's no report from Natalie, and it seems like fire department's at 97 million. Fire investigation, explode ordinance disposal. There's no report, so I guess they're not really asking for anything. So I'll just leave it the same. Public safety, they have no report, so they're not really asking for anything. Providing funding for animal shelters, which help capture and remove wild or endangered animals. So I'm just gonna take out. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. Uh, Fire department. I'm gonna take out money for them, and then as they generate, I'm gonna see if they ask for it. I'm gonna see the report. Right now, they didn't ask for anything. So once when they ask for something, we'll give them. But if they asking, I'm just gonna take away to see if it's anything. So 97, I'm just gonna bring it down to 976. I'm gonna bring it down to 90 million. And then for the public safety animal, I'm gonna bring this down, round it off to 400 million. There we go. I'm gonna do that. Okay. They asking request for that. Maybe they request more money. We'll see. And management, no, that should always be up because in case we have disasters and stuff, that should always be there. City attorney, there's no report there. Prosecutor, see, this is what I'm telling you. The Supreme Court is all the way up. It's all the way up. It can't really. I can only take money away, but I'm not going to take that out. Circuit courts up. Civil adjustment courts up. Adjudication courts up. Court security up. Court service up. Forensics is about there. The office is provide funding for coroner office, which uh, ex- examine bodies to determine cause of death. The city attorney provides funding for city attorney who address all city legal issues, and city litigation is provide funding for city litigation, which includes the city legal fees. So I'm gonna really touch anything for those there. I can only take away, but I'm not gonna do that. If I do that, then they're gonna ask to add more money into the budget. The prosecutor, they're asking for 873. We can give them 8, 7. There you go. Give you that because they're asking the, the request is 8. What's their budget? Okay, well, anyway, if they're asking for more money, we'll just give it to them. Public works, that's all the way up. We can only take away from that. Um, Human resources, mayor's office, of course, that's me, the mayor. There's no report for that. Salary and supplies. Hmm. I thought I was the only one getting paid. I mean, who else is on my board? Who else is getting paid? Maybe we can bring this down a little bit. Let's bring this down to, yeah, the mayor's taking a pay cut. Okay. Um, let's do that. Okay, the city council, right? City council included funds and salary and supplies. Yeah, just stay right under me. And I guess we'll see who all those councils are and everything. City administration, that's up, up, up. Matter of fact, we don't. No, they can. The city council, they can keep that up, because we got money. We got money in there. We got money in there. Public libraries, leave that up. Okay, and the parks. Let's go ahead and bring this down a little bit. Uh, let's do that. Maybe they probably ask for more money or whatever. Okay, so again, I have not touched any of that. I'm going to go ahead and submit this and see what happens. Yes. Okay, so I've submitted the I submitted that, and again, the news is what takes place the first week. I don't even think I went to the next what you call it. So yeah, real quick, let me just see right here. No, okay, I guess I can't see it from there. All right, next. Let's go to the next one. All right, watch the Republican presidential primary debate. Okay, so this topic is environment. Darren says the environment is a great mystery I have also known it to be a great mystery. Mother Nature knows what is best for the planet. If climate change is the will of Mother Nature, we must respect it. I support efforts to combat climate change. And then Cypress says climate change is real, but it caused by nature. I support the effort in combating climate change. And Ken says, I'm glad that we have a decision about something as important as the environment. Climate change is real, but it is caused by nature. I oppose efforts to combat climate change. And then Evenso, he says, the idea that the other clients offer about the environment are pretty lackluster. Climate change is caused by people. I don't believe that the effects of combat climate change are necessary, and no one should vote for Mr. Austin. Vote for another candidate, but don't vote for him. And then Sean says, my plan for the environment is amazing, very great. And climate change is caused by people. I don't believe the effects of climate change are necessary. And no one has an idea about the environment that compares to my ideas. And Ken Austin has a lot to say about the environment, which is nice, but what he says is not nice as what I say. And then you can also look at the details too. Okay. He's creepy. And then Ethan says, I really hope that my ideas about the environment will informally and produce the solution to all the environment issue in the country. Climate change is not real. I don't believe the efforts of climate change are necessary. And that was the Republican debate. We're going to go to week 4. And here is the Democrat debate. And Democrat debate and environmental one says, I am optimistic about the future of the environment. I expect the climate change is caused by nature, but I think everything will work out and will end in the end. And I'm very optimistic that the effect of climate change will be effective, but we have to start making the effort. Logan says climate change obviously exists and it is caused by humans. I support that for combat change. Demetrius says global warming is caused by humans. I support effort to combat climate change. So they all support the combat of climate change. Rebecca Pearson, she's actually running for president. Nice. A female. The environment is a great mystery. I have always known it to be great mystery. Nature is discontent to humanity and punishing humanity with climate change. I support combat climate change. I like her idea. She's the only female up there on both sides of the ticket. She's the only female up there. Herbert says climate change is obviously real and is caused by human activity. I support effort to combat climate change. And that was the uh, Democrat debate for presidency. And let me see, these jobs are open too. You can only have one job on here. You can only have one job. So here they have state house, like a state representative. This is the representative in your when you see state representative and state senate, these are the representatives in your state. The U.S. House representative is the representative in the national. It's in the national. So city, we have city, state, and nation. Okay, so U.S. representative is in. So would be state representative in New Jersey, the state senate in New Jersey, and you can be a U.S. House representative and represent for your state. And then here is the party chair for the state house, which would be with them for whatever. Like you can pick New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and then this will be the party chair for the state senate campaigning in your state. And then this would be the same for in-house, like for Region 1, all regions, party chair, state campaigning within uh, the Senate. Now this would be the Senate of the United States Senate, and then the National Campaign Committee, right? And they all have different salaries and stuff. All right, so let's go back to and let me see this real quick. The legislation, these are legislation. So you can do legislation for education. There's none really available. Poverty, health. There is currently no health legislation available. Crime, so law and order, and other. Okay, taxes. What would be tax reform bill? Let me see. Oh, okay. There's no need to do that. Okay, this is the news. There's no news. Okay, summary, challenges. Okay, so let me see. It says challenge complete. So I get rewards for this. So see, I understand the social wanted drugs used for the jail. Okay, so expire week 4. Initial jail length. Right. Complete reward 6. Cool. This here is the increase per capita. So I need to increase this. The minimum wage I've done. Minimum wage I've completed. Reduce city property tax. So bring that down. Reduce. And also reduce the city property. I got to bring that down. Increase minimum wage. That was a promise. What happens if I press on it? Oh, it deletes it, right? Okay. Completed. All right, cool. So these are like my contacts. I really don't have any contacts as of now. Districts. These are all my districts. School board, council. You know what? Let me see who my council members are. Of over here. So this is the city council. All right, let's see what the city councils are. Okay, this is the city council in City Jersey. City council member for City Jersey, Helen, 62, 25, and then a ranking. Okay, city council. Okay, then we got the school board and the department. Okay, cool. All right, now let's go. Watch the Republican presidential primary debate. So let's see, federal budget. It is important to me to have the fiscal policy and good for everybody. I have to come up with some idea for reducing the federal uh, debt. And he says the fiscal policy is other candidates are in trouble, unquestionable, terrible. Citizens do not want higher rates. If we want to balance the budget, we must cut spending. Everyone around already knows that Mr. Goff won't win this election. Ken, he says, the decision of our nation's fiscal policy is important, and I am honored to have a place on a stage to talk about it with the other candidates. Citizens do not want higher tax rates. If we want to balance the budget, we must cut spending. That is true. And he says, I expect much better fiscal, fi- fiscal, fiscal policies from other candidates. Citizens do not want higher tax rate. If we want to balance the budget, we must cut spending. I have recently said how much I dislike Mr. Austin. And then Sean says, no one can fix the federal budget as well as I can. Citizens do not want higher tax rate. If we want to balance the budget, we must cut spending. The fiscal policy will create the great economy ever. I respect Kent absolutely, I do, but everyone says that my fiscal policy is much better. Than there have been studies and they all say that my policies are better. There have been polls and they all say that mine are better. They have maybe been few irrelevant ones that didn't say that, but no one respects those polls. Okay, Ethan says, I'm glad to be up on the stage tonight surrounded by the other candidates to talk about a topic as important as our nation's fiscal policy, the federal policy, the federal budget. We have national debt because our government is spending too much money. If I become president, I will reduce the government. Okay. Again, let me go in this content and see something. I want to see when is the primary election? That's what I want to see. Will they have that here? Okay, that's what it is. The two opponents determine who will become the new elected official. Okay, and then they do the vote. So we haven't had. I think that's at the end of this here. All right, next turn. Okay, the Democrat presidential debate. Herbert said, I'm glad to be up on the stage tonight surrounded by other candidates to talk about the policy of the budget. The best way to reduce without cutting important programs is to increase taxes. That's what I did. I am glad to be up on stage. She says the same thing. Raise taxes so they will stop producing the budget. Okay. First generation, not pay taxes. He's saying raise taxes. This guy is saying moral generation pay our debt, raise taxes. Joint benefit government we should pay for. We do not. I think we're gonna have a Republican as president because seems like all the Democrats saying raise taxes, and I don't think people are liking it. But if you come to the metric and see it at a nation stand, it's really bad. We're in the red across the board, honey, and our poverty is looking really bad too. This is what that candidate, what they're talking about in that debate is everything that we're looking at right here. Everything is in red. They have to fix all this. And trust me, when they see all this, when you play as president, like there is a lot that you see as the numbers. I think you see more resources that you will see at a stand view if you was the governor or the mayor. Like things that you will see as the mayor, you won't see as the governor. Things for governor, you won't see it, that you could do as the dictator or the president. Okay, so let's come here, and then we're gonna go to new turn, and then watch the Republican, the primary, the debate. Okay, so Ken says immigration, immigration now. So immigration is a very important topic. We speed through this because we have a lot of people who are in the queue. I'm happy to be here tonight. Discuss immigration support increase in border. He increased border security, immigration, and also a pathway to citizenship. Now, let me see something. His policies is what? Because I just seen that his name Ken. I don't know. He might become the next president. He may not. I don't know. But let's see. Supporting increase in upper income tax. They will definitely want that. Decrease in middle income tax, increase in lower taxes, and increasing the minimum wage. Oppose Medicaid expansion and oppose university health care. I don't think he's going to be the next president, but you never know. Well, he has a lot. So he says, as immigration, extraterrestrial, we are not prepared for aliens starting planets, support increase in border security. Uh, he said, I oppose pathway of citizenship for illegal immigrants, such as policy and unfair to all the immigrants who are trying to come in the country legally. I support increasing the number of immigration visas issuing each year, and I also want to increase the visa of extraterrestrial, which he's saying that the extraterrestrial is definitely right here. We're not prepared if aliens start showing up on our planet. Whatever. Sean says the same. He says he support increase in border security. He also support increase in the number of immigration visa each year. He also is saying that Lawrence and I have been on the campaign trail for a long time, and as a message reaches more voters, they also learn that I am the best choice for president. Okay, and that's him, Lawrence. He's saying that he would offer um, increased border security, so they're agreeing with that. Support increasing the number of immigration visa issues each year. Also saying that Ken Austin seriously as a candidate for our party, his policies are terrible. And let me see here. He's resourceful, goofy, and aggressive. And his policy is what? Increase minimum wage, uh, gun and crime policy. He is support spending government funds, develop for solar and wind energy. He wants more nuclear power production. He opposed same-sex marriage, opposed federal benefits for same-sex couples. He support making abortion illegal. He support pro-life abortion policies. He opposed universal health care. His history is what? He was a tax manager, city council member, a U.S. representative, a U.S. senator, and now he's a candidate in the 2016 Republican presidential primaries. And his committees, he's been on the Judicial Committee. Okay, so he oversight the Agency Action Federal Rights and Federal Court Subcommittee, and he also was on the Agriculture, Rural Development, Food and Drug Administration, and he's the ranking member in the Energy and Water Development Committee. So he has a lot of opening way. So he might become the president himself. He's I just don't. I don't support him on his policies, but on his committees, I think I'm part of some of those committees too. All right, so let's see. Okay, so this guy says the immigration policy offer other candidates are bad, maybe even horrible. He says support increase in border security. He opposed pathway to citizenship for illegal immigrants, such as policy and unfair to all immigrants who try to come in this country legally. He support increase in number of immigration visa issue. He finally says that I would like to say that the voters should not be taking Ken Austin seriously as a candidate for our party. His policies are terrible. This guy, he's a liberal and he's a conservative. And his caucus is the Republican Conservative Committee. He's a senator from, I think that's Montana. Let me see his history. He's a banker. He's been a state representative, U.S. representative. Okay. Committees, armed service, banking, housing, and the budget committee. And his policies: he wants to increase minimum wage. He wants to maintain lower, decrease minimal, and decrease upper income. He wants to support cut spending on decreasing spending. He supports flat tax cuts. He opposed university health care. He opposed Medicaid expansion. And he opposed same-sex marriage. He wants more nuclear power production. I don't understand what's that all about. Okay? Okay, I think the lady's out. She's out. All right. The news. These are all City Jersey news. State and nation. Republican Randy Davenport. Okay, so they just passed a temporarily assistant for needy family. This guy, he presented this to the Senate and it passed in the Senate. Let me see. Yeah, okay. All right, let's see. Now the Democrat presidential primary debate. Okay, so Herbert says I oppose increasing border security and increase immigration who works hard for become respect members of the community should be given a pathway. So he supports increasing the number of immigration visa issued each year. Rebecca, this is our female. I don't know if we will ever be able to agree on immigration. If we can't agree, we will never make progress. And I think we should try to increase border security. I oppose pathway to citizenship for illegal immigrants, and I support increasing the number of immigration visa issues. Hey, she might be the president of the United States too. Rebecca, she's 52. She's very liberal in both ways. She's the mayor. To what does it say she's the mayor from? The mayor from what city? Oregon. She is the mayor of Salem, Oregon. She's been the mayor of Salem, Oregon. She's a hedge fund manager, a formal financial planner, and a formal associate project manager. So, hey, she might be the president herself. Let's see. She supports increased minimum wage. She supports same-sex marriage. Less nuclear power plant. She support university health care. She support Medicaid expansion. Hey, she opposed cutting food stamps and reducing. Yeah, so she probably become the next president. You never know. He says, I'm optimistic that if I become president, my administration will find a way to address immigration. And I support increasing border security. Immigration who works hard have become respectful members of the community. Should be given a pathway to citizenship, and there's no need for increased number of immigration visas. So let's see his information. He's very liberal. He's progressive Democrat. I'm in that category. He's childish. Um, MD, Maryland. He's on the Taxation IRS Oversight Subcommittee and the Healthcare Subcommittee as well. His policy: support increasing minimum wage, support university healthcare, support same-sex marriage, immigration support tighter security, oppose increasing number of short-term immigration visas. Demetri says, I support increasing border security and immigration who works hard and have become respected members in the community should be given pathway to citizenship. I support increasing the number of immigration and visa issues. Okay, next. Damn, another debate. Week 9. Didn't we just do a debate? All right, so let's see watch the Democrat primary debates. Okay, so the primary debates is what? Let's see. Election type of election. Campaign. No, I have to do election type. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm 4 years. Okay, here we go. So with the candidate qualification, he says that I understand the importance of the presidency and I believe the best candidate for the position, and I will honor me with the opportunity to be the president nominee for our party. Rebecca, she says improving the country will be hard. I don't know if I will succeed, but I'm willing to try. He says, I believe my experience and idea will help move the country in the right direction. And he says, I am the only candidate that can solve this country's problem and it will be easy. Mr. Magis isn't going to be the president nominee for our party. The voters will definitely vote for me as the nominee. They need my brilliant leadership. And the Republican, that's 3 of them. So Ken is saying it has been a pleasure to campaign with all of other candidates through the election process, and I hope you will select me as your party nominee. But if not, I think the party will be well respected or represented. I am the best candidate for the job. I don't have any doubt that the voters will choose me as the nominee. If they don't, it clearly something wrong with them. Oh. He says, other than me, the party has produced a pitiful selection of presidency candidates. Okay, I think we will have the votes. I don't know. I don't know if I get I think we'll see the elections. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I don't know that. Week 10. So let's see. Do I need to be passing some things here? Let's see. Poverty, unemployment. Let's see. I don't really need to be passing anything, right? I mean, they haven't given me no what you call it? The news. The Nation News. Ken Austin has become the Republican nominee for president. Unbelievable. Look at this. Ken, he became the nominee for president. And Republican running mate selected. Ken has also selected Ariel Vasquez to be his running mate in the upcoming presidential election. Vasquez is currently a 2-term senator from Texas. This is his running mate. This is going to be the vice president if he becomes the president. And these are the candidates that withdrew from the office. And he withdrew from the president campaign. He withdrew Reynolds withdrew. Okay, so we don't have a person selected for Democrat. Maybe we'll see that tomorrow in the next week. President had veto. Who is the president? We do know the president. Let's see the state news. The governor makes it to the governor's desk. Await veto or signature. Governor Barbara. She's the governor. Has signed HR into law. This is my what you call it? No, is this my no. This ain't my thing. I didn't do this. I'm not state. I'm not she this is not my bill. Montez Pass. Okay, this is the governor right here. Okay, let's go to city. Okay, here we go. City Jersey News. Click on the portrait for more information. Okay, so Corey submitted new legislation, professional workshop, summary, law, eliminate programs. All right, so how do I click on it? So click on it. All right, so he's a school board member. Okay, so now let's see who's going to be the nominee for Democrat next. Okay, so made it to the president dead way to veto. President veto HR 8. Nominee. Yeah, I just don't know who's nominee for the what you call it. There we go. Okay, so the nominee selected Herbert has been Democrat nominee for president on the Democrat side, and his running mate is Clyde, who's he prepped for the for vice presidency, and so she I'm gonna see if I could become a favorite. Can I? Oh look, here's the election history. Here's the election history. Okay, so all these states right here voted. Let me see. Alabama voted for her, 41%. Idaho. She was close. I told you. I really thought it was gonna be her. She was actually really good. I didn't even get my say so in voting, but she was really good. I told you she was second to none. Okay, North Carolina. Okay, and then here is the Republicans. Wow, he just got it all, honey. View all candidates. There you go. I didn't even get the chance to see all this, but he got it. Okay. If they like it, I love it. She's the mayor. So I guess she did her thing, right? All right. So she vetoes that. The state, here's the state, New Jersey News. Veto. She signed in. And then the city school board has been rejected by the school board. This guy introduced professional development workshop programs. Okay, let's go here. Next term, that's 13, the news. Rejected by the school board, nation. Okay. 14. I think they're going to have like one more debate between them two. Let's see. Probably city. Healthcare. Working it out. Office. Okay, 16, 17, 18. Okay, something just ran. Election. Something just ran. State, federal. Okay, these are the two people. delegates. Okay, the Senate, the House. Okay, week 20. Jobs, district, and city, Jersey. Legislation. What is that HR? Okay, that's what that HR is. She has vetoed the HR. What's the HR? Free and reduced cost school breakfast. Provide free or reduced cost breakfast. Why would she veto this? There's not enough money. Uh oh, it passed in the Senate, but it's not gonna become law. Okay, what about the HR 7? The same. So what's HR 8? The same too. Okay. Okay. Oh, I can create a legislation. I mean, there's no legislation. Let me see. Alcohol tax. The alcohol tax is tax levy act. So I already have that already. I don't think crime is a problem in the city, right? Let me see. No, not really. Infrastructure. Okay. Approval rating. 66 Democrat, 42 Republican. Okay. Continue. 21, 22. I wonder if this is changing. Let me see. I want to see if this is changing. It's not. The thing that's changing is the news. City. Student welfare. School board. Legislation, welfare. What's happening at the state level? Okay, minimum wage increase $7.25 to $10. Submit to Congress. 7 to 10. It's almost the elections. Like, think I had a here we go. Watch the president debate. I believe I am the best candidate for presidency. I hope you will support me in upcoming election. Ken says, I am honored that I have been selected by my party and act as a representation. I have represented them well. I also look forward for a civil discussion with my esteemed opponent about how we can best represent the interests of the voters. And then as the elections is going to happen. Okay, it says the city budget process has finished and a new budget has been passed by the city council. You will be able to view that new budget at the beginning of the year under the budget tab in the metric page. Okay, it says watch the presidential debate. Folks need a president who understands their interests, their way of life. I believe I can bring that kind of understanding to presidency, and I will improve education, fight for education, environment, and improving the economy. Ken says, I would first like to say that I have a great respect for my opponent. We may disagree on policies, but I believe my opponent has the best intents. And if I'm elected president, I will keep in mind that regardless of all of our differences, we all want the same thing in life. It is with that understanding that I will approach all aspects of the presidency. Specifically, there are some priorities I will want to address if I am honored with the presidency. I will improve the economy, improve tax policies, and improve healthcare. Okay, the beginning of the year under the budget. Okay, so we have week 41. Watch the president debate. The voters should vote for me because I have the experience to get things done. I believe my opponent has the best intentions for the country. My opponent has my deepest respect, but I believe that the policies I have outlined throughout the campaign will be more efficient as achieving the interests of our citizens, and I hope everyone watching this debate will honor me with their vote. Running elections. Do you want to watch the presidential election? Yes. And here we go. And three, two, one. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead. I'm gonna watch this together. And boom. Uh-oh. I told you this guy's gonna be he's gonna be the next president. The next president of the United States is going to go to, wow, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, Tennessee, Alaska. Wow. Ken won the presidency. We just watched the president election right here between these two parties, and apparently Ken Austin won at 306 electoral votes, and Herbert Bentz lost. He won. He got 232 points with 72,454,438 votes, and Ken got 77,555,862 votes, and majority of the red goes to majority of the interstate, and the outer states is the red. The blue. So congratulations to Ken. He's now the president elect of the United States. And see, we have it right here. Ken Austin, Republican, has been elected president of the United States. Wow. Okay. Wow. I've been a mayor since 2015. Okay, so we're just going to go to the news. And it tells us that Republican gained. Okay, so they gained seats in the Senate. So Republican gained 8 seats in the most recent Senate election. They now have 56 seats compared to the Democrat, which has 44. So it looks like the Senate is in the Republicans in the Senate. Senate incumbent defeated. New Senate elected. Uh-oh. Wow. They took their jobs, man. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness. They took their jobs. New president elect Ken Austin. And then the House of Representatives. Well, damn. And then let's see state. Senate wins re-election for New Jersey. She wins election for the House congressional. 7 seats gained. They are now 31 seats compared to the Democrats. Uh-oh. And then city. That's me? No? Okay. Yeah, approval rate. 46, attend the Thanksgiving parade. Do you want to participate in this year Thanksgiving Day parade? Yes. It is chilly morning, so you bundle up for the preparation for the parade. As the early morning sunrise, you can feel it warmth on your face. The crowd slowly gathering as you enter an old convertible. You see a sign attached to the side of your vehicle, Mayor Kareem Clemens. The sight around you is impressive. Embroidered floating lines in the street as far as you can see. Large balloons draft above the street. The parade begins. You feel a cool breeze across your face as your vehicle slowly progresses down the street. You wave to the crowd. They respond with polite clapping. You enjoy seeing their smiling faces as they point at the spectator that's surrounding them. Eventually, the parade ends and you return home. It was a pleasant experience. Okay. And we had week 47, week 48, 49, 50, 51, and auto saving, and then the news, and then we're in the new year. Okay. So, there's the nation, state, city. Here, everything starts at a new year, and the metrics changed. Oh, my approval rate went up. My approval rate went up. It looked like we see some green happening in the what you call it compared to I have to see this is 2017 now. The economy. Hey, the pro capita is going up. That's good. You see? Look at this. That's good. Government approval rate. Okay, went up about 3. The taxes. Now, I still got to work on this taxes, bringing this down. The healthcare is doing pretty good. The crime is coming down. Okay. Infrastructure, but the roads and poor congestion is going down. It's good. Okay. Budget. We have a budget of revenues and we're spending out this. Okay. They see a big difference between this. We still got to get this out of the red, the road trust fund. Got to get that out the red. Yeah. So this is everything that I have looked at. I think. Here's my okay, the program is going way up. Foster care is going up. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at this. We have a deficit now in our educational treasury. What's this all about? I got to see what this is all about. So nation population is what? 337. And let me see the state population, 9 million in the city. Okay, so we have gone up. I still can't determine whether or not this is okay. This would be African. This would be Hispanic. I'm still flabbergasted on this, but it seems like we done enough, and I think at this time when I come back on the next video. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna we in week 1 on 2017. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it here because I put in an hour, 2 hours into the game, and we've as mayor. So I've done the whole first year. I think that was the first year, right? I got 3 more years to go as mayor. Okay, so I'm just gonna end it right here. So again, again, I want to just thank everybody for tuning in. I started out my re-election, so technically, there is I've been elected, re-elected, officially re-elected as mayor of City Jersey. Okay, so I've been successfully reelected. And again, this guy right here is my chief of staff here, Oliver Stevenson. And for the next year or for the next stream, we'll be working on or trying to, I'll be meeting with all these other people, the fire chief, director of transportation. But these are all the things that's going to be going into law. Look, somebody the legalized sales of cannabis. The state law? That's at a state, what you call it? Hold on, let me see something. Um, Legislation. No, I want to come to here, federal. Oh, these are the people who are, oh, wait, let me see something. This is people who are in as the president team. Okay, there's Ken. He's the president. There's the vice president. Conservative, very conservative, conservative, very conservative. Wow. Let's see the House. Look at that. House of Representatives, the Republican got majority of the seats. The Senate. Ah, they have the Senate and the Republican. They got the House and the Senate. Oh, you might as well just forget about stuff being passed over here. Politician, department. Okay, so this is all his team, whatever. Okay, these are my fire chief and also, yeah, I might rearrange some of these people. I just got to see what they're gonna be presenting during the time being. But in the time being, I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here, and get back to here. So yeah, it's just been a great. Okay, it's gonna say. Okay. Yeah, it's been a great time, playing the political process. Definitely got a lot done as mayor on the campaign. Ran re-election last video. In this video, I've done a lot where, and that was a whole year worth of work. A whole year worth of work. 52 weeks in a year. We watched the presidential debate. We watched the president elect. We seen who was doing what and who was doing where. And I think at some point, I don't know. The next series, I'm gonna see how I can write some legislation. Maybe again, like I said, if I change some of the things, mayor, it just seems like it seems like it needs more challenging when it comes to the mayor. I thought it was gonna be like stuff on my desk, bills on my desk, asking me to do this, do that, and you know. So I guess it is what it is, right? But anyway, that comes to an end of this show. Thank you guys so much for being here. Look, I didn't even have the what you call it in an area. Okay, so thank those who are here again. Happy 30th birthday to Daquan Jones, and thank those who have showed up to the Omega Studio News and to the platform from the Facebook group and also the YouTube gaming and also for Periscope. Okay. So, yes, I want to thank you guys so much. And again, if you guys want to follow more information, you guys can visit the group page. and find out when are the next live updates for Political Process. And also, if you can't get to there, you can go to the blog page. Okay? So, again, this has been another episode of the Political Process. I'm Kareem, Mayor Kareem J. Clemens, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.